To all the geeks and nerds out there, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Logic. Today, we are going to do something epic. We are going to destroy the world. Well, not all of it, but a big portion of it. About 4.7 million blocks of it, to be precise. Am I going to use this pick that's in my hand? Nope. We're going to use what is in this shulker box that's in my inventory. So let's check this out. I've got mini HUD installed so we can see the contents of shulker boxes, and that's what we're going to use. Well, part of it at least. There is a bit more to it than that, but this is going to be cool. This is something I've always wanted to do but never been able to. But first, we need to go over to the overworld and find a good location. This is going to take a bit of time. We need to find a 17 by 17 chunk of area as flat as possible and with as little water on the surface as we can find. But let me go and have a scout around, see if I can find somewhere, and then we can get started. I've been flying around for a little bit and I haven't found the perfect location just yet, but I'm going to keep on the hunt, keep looking. I think probably our best bet is either a desert or a savanna, maybe plains. I think they're the flattest of the biomes. So I'm just going to keep looking, and yeah, hopefully we can find that without too much delay because we need to get going. But the reason for this is we are going to be digging out a perimeter, and this is the first time I've ever done it. We're going to be using fly machines, going to be building a world eater, and the reason for that is because I've been working on a brand new farm, top secret stuff. But yeah, we're going to be doing that starting it in this episode. I've got no idea how easy this is in practice. I've been doing a bunch of testing in a creative test world, so I think I know what I'm doing. Oh look, it's a bee. Hey dude. So I don't know how easy or how long this is going to take in reality, but I think I know what I'm doing. But this has got a big chance of derpage and going wrong, stuff like that. So it's going to be fun though. It's going to be fun. So I was going to keep flying around, see if we can find this area, and yeah, once I found the perfect location, I'll bring you back and we can get started to get rid of these 4.7 million blocks. So I think I've found the area that I want to build our farm in, and I've just made a start creating our first TNT bomber. So if I remember how to do this properly, we can need one of these rails on the top. That's where our minecart is going to go. I think I've got one. Yep, got a minecart right here. That's going to go on here. But we'll continue this in a second. So we're going to have, this is the fly machine at the back. This is a self-returning fly machine. So this is going to fly all the way that way, hit a bumper, and then come back again. And obviously it's going to have a TNT duplicator in the front of it. So we need to build another, I think 4 or 5 of these we're going to have here, because what's this job of this is to dig a trench. So along this way, we're going to dig a trench, and a trench has to be at least 15 blocks wide, and it's going to go all the way over here up to this bit here where they've got a bit of chunk corruption here. I've seen this in my world a few times, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But and then we're going to have another trench going this way, all the way down, all the way here to about here where this water is going to be up to about here, and then we're going to go this way with another trench. This one's got to be 15 wide as well, the ones on that side, and also the other one, which is going to be another corner right here. And if we turn, we should go back. So the one over this way and the other side parallel to this should be 3 blocks wide. And then once we've got those 4 trenches dug in a square, then we can build the world eater, and that can then dig out everything inside. So inside, not too bad. I think obviously there's some hills here. I think that's going to be okay for the world eater. The important thing though, what I was looking for is for the trenches, get them as low as possible because they don't move down, whereas the world eater will. And to not have as much water as possible on the surface, just so we can clear out the water, because for the trenches we have to go around and deal with the liquids manually. The world eater will do that all for us. So as you can see here, I've started gridding this water out here so we can get rid of that with our sponges. And there's a bit more water over here, which I think I probably just saw just a minute ago, and we're going to have to deal with some of this as well. So some of this river right here I think we're going to have to deal with. This bit over here I think is going to have to go, but apart from that, that's all the water we have to deal with, so that should be pretty good. A little bit there as well, and yeah, that would be pretty good. So the first aim is to get as many of these trenches dug as possible and then build up the world eater. So let me continue building up this flying machine right here, and then when we come back we can turn it on and see if we can dig our first trench. Okay, we're almost there. Just spent a bit of time to take down this sand hill that's here. So not taking it all the way down, just taking the first 2 or 3 layers off of this, because as you can see, I'm looking at level 70, and I think that's enough. So I think our TNT is up at 89. So there's 19 blocks gap between the TNT bombers and the ground. So hopefully that's enough, because sometimes if it's too close, the TNT can explode, bounce up and destroy your flying machine, which you don't want. And these things up here, these are the stoppers. They're just immovable blocks. They're droppers. So when the flying machines come along, they're going to bump into into those and then go back again, dropping all their TNT. It's two-way, so they're going to be dropping TNT this way and also that way. So I'm just going to pick all this up now. We need sand because I don't have any. I've got like 1 stack of sand, so this is useful to do anyway. So I'm not wasting these resources. These are going to come in useful. And we're going to need them when we deal with the liquids, when we deal with the lava, because there's bound to be lava underneath that we need to deal with. And over here you can see this is the state of the bombers so far. Got the last TNT duplicator to build, which we'll do in a second, and I want to just try something else. So I've obviously been emptying out this water. Now I've run out of sponges. All my sponges are wet, but what we can do now is I've created a Nether Portal just over here, which I haven't been through yet actually, so hopefully the area we go to won't be too bad. But now we can put down wet sponges in the Nether and they'll dry. So I'm going to see how good this is. We're in a fortress, doesn't look so good. But let's pop these down. Look, they dry straight away. Now we don't have a special tool for these, so this is going to take a bit of time to do. So let me get these done, and then we can go back and build that last TNT duplicator. All of the water has been drained, and the last thing to do now is to build the final TNT duplicator on this flying machine, the last one here. All the others have been built, ready to go. So let me show you how to do that. So to build a TNT duplicator, you build that shape of slime blocks first of all. Then we put a slime block on the front of this one. Then we need to have a detector rail on top of it and a minecart on top of that, just like that. Then we need to put a wall in front of that. Then we need to leave a block here and put down 2 slime blocks, just like that. And then we get a piece of TNT, goes underneath the wall, and then we just need 2 pieces of dead coral. So one goes on this slime block right here, and this last one goes here, and there we go, we're all done. So that's how you build one of these. Pretty straightforward. Now of course this is not my design. I saw this on Ilmango's channel. I think somebody else came up with it though. I can't remember the name, but I'll put a link in the description to Ilmango's video. And also there's another video that I watched from Eater, I think it was, and he went through a whole bunch of TNT duplicators, a whole bunch of different types, so there's good information there. And these bombers, of course, again, these are not my design. So if you want to get your hands on these, if you go to the Sci-Fi Discord, they have a channel called World Downloads and Schematics, that kind of thing. And yeah, they're basically in there. There's a trencher schematic you can download, a Lightmatic, and try it out. Now those ones have got don't have these TNT duplicators. They've got the 1.12 versions, so you need these ones that work in 1.13 and above. So that's what I've done. I just replaced those with the right ones. So the next thing to do is to arm this. So we need to do one more step with these duplicators. So we need to first of all take out all these blocks underneath because we might end up in trouble. Because what's going to happen is when we arm this, one of the TNTs is going to drop. So we don't want any mishaps. So let's just do this and get rid of all of this. As you see, I've already cleared it way over there. Let's make sure there's no netherrack underneath. All right, that's good. So now let's hop back up here. And now from up here, we can see that these 2 have been armed already, and these ones haven't. That's because you can tell because the TNT here is underneath the minecart, but over here, it's still underneath the wall. So we need to do this final bit of arming. So to do that, we need to remove this dropper. That's just here to make sure the fly machine doesn't go off at the right time. Then we need to put a temporary sticky piston in there. And then we need to remove this block out of here and then get a redstone block and put that next to the piston, and hopefully that's right. And then we remove this, we should get 1 TNT dispensed. There it goes. And TNT is still there. Awesome. All right, that worked. So now I'm just going to remove this piston and put the dropper back just so we don't have any accidents. There we go. Whew. All right. So I just got to do that again for these 3, and then we're ready to press the button. And yeah, as the sun sets, destroy some of this land. The TNT bombers are ready to go. I've done my final checks and I've cleared away all the scaffolding, so we should be good to go now. So this is it. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Will this work? So over here we've got a button right here. So this will launch all the fly machines over that way, dispensing all of their TNT or duplicating their TNT underneath. And I've also got this lever here. So this, if I flip this lever, that will allow the fly machines when they come back here just to stop and not relaunch if we want. So these can go backwards and forwards just automatically, or we can stop them. So we might do that. Now, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to up my render distance because we don't want these fly machines getting out of render distance. I'm going to whack this up to, let's say, 24 chunks. So hopefully that's going to be enough and we don't have any issues. So I think we're ready to go. Ready? There they go. It's working. Well, I felt. All right, there we go. Awesome. So we need to be careful that some TNT doesn't fly away and kill us. Oh, there's some some sand. Oh yes, look at this. Brilliant. It's working. They're all going. Look at this. Brilliant stuff. And the world is being destroyed. Now we need to follow behind. I've got some buckets here. I've also got some sand. So if we see any lava or any water, then we need to take care of that. So when those fly machines come back again this way, the water or the liquids, they're not protecting the blocks and stopping them being blown up by this fly machine. So this is pretty cool. Going well so far. Let's see it from the front. Let's see what it looks like. So let's fly over here. Go right in its path. There we go. Good stuff. It's coming. Brilliant. Right, let's get out of the way quick before we get blown up. And we just need to look out for liquids, as I said. So let's look up here. Well, not too close. Don't get too close. Dicing with death. Dicing with death. Look at this. Oh, there's some water. Right, we need to get rid of that. So let's hop down. I think we're far enough away now from the TNT. Let's go in here. And let's quickly grab... Got a bucket, so I'm just going to grab that. Right, so that's going to... Oh, zombie coming. Let's get out of here. And now we can fly away like this. Look at this. This is absolutely brilliant. This is working a treat. So I'm keeping my eye open for water or lava that I need to deal with. So I want to get on with that pretty quick as soon as I see it. But I should mention that these TNT bombers, this is at a very particular height. So the TNT is placed at level 89. And so hopefully, I've done some testing, this is going to work out. But hopefully, once it's finished, we should have a relatively flat floor along the bottom at the top, the very top level of a bedrock. So that's what we're going for, a flat floor. Because what I'd like to do, my plan, this may change, but my plan is to flood the whole of the bottom floor so nothing can spawn on it at all. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to fly around here and make sure there's no liquids. Going to deal with those as we go. But actually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the starting position. I'm going to flip our lever. So when these fly machines do come back here, they're just going to stop and then we can assess where we are before we do the rest of it. Look at this devastation. So this is after one pass of the bombers. They've done a significant amount of damage, as you can see. But I've gone past and I've taken out all the water that I saw. There's only a couple of bits at this level, so only a couple of sources, so it wasn't too bad. And I can't see anything else that's immediately obvious, so I'm going to turn them on for the second pass now. I think this is all right. It's good having this facility so we can stop them if we want to. We don't have to, keep this running the whole time. We can just do a pass at a time. So let's flip the lever. And off they go again. Brilliant. Oh, look at this. So satisfying. Oh, destruction. I love it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got quite a lot of lava here and some obsidian to deal with. This is not too bad. It's not too much. So I'm going to do this, I think, next. I've stopped the fly machines. They're over there docked. So no problem there. So I think I'm going to get rid of this before we send them back again because obviously this liquid is going to be protecting these blocks underneath them. There's also some water here. So we should get some lava here as well. So let's. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try and get rid of all this lava and water that's visible, and then then we can send the fly machines off again. Now there's something else to show you. Oh, I need to make sure I don't die. Let's eat. Oh jeez, I've got a fire resistance potion. Maybe I should just take that right now, just in case. I'm going to deal with lava. Okay, so we've got 8 minutes of that now. Let's get rid of this water source. So that's what I've just been doing. So there's also some more lava, much more than this. So I've discovered a bit more over here. So if we go this way, where was it? I think it was, down here. Got this kind of ravine. So there was some water flowing down here that I've already got rid of, and look at all this obsidian. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that. So I'm thinking maybe I should just do that now before the TNT gets to that level. Let's deal with it now. Now we do have some caves and things, so we might have some baddies to deal with, but I think it's better to get rid of it now rather than later. So I'm gonna do that, and then we can launch the fly machines again for some more devastation. Okay, we're almost done. The last 2 bits of obsidian, and then this ravine is cleared out. As you can see, I've been adding all of the sand to get rid of the lava. Just got to place this down. So a little bit painful, a little bit time consuming, but not too bad in the grand scheme of things. So that is all done. So I think that's all of the liquid that I can see at the moment. Obviously that stuff is underneath here. It's not going to get bombed by the TNT, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go up for another run and see how much damage we can do this time. As you can see, things are going quite well. More and more lava is being revealed as the fly machine goes across. But as you can see, the floor is looking pretty flat, which is what we want. Now we're going to have holes in here. Sometimes this is because there's been lava in here, or maybe something like dirt that's got a lower blast resistance. But yeah, generally speaking, the floor is pretty flat, and that is good news. So it's working. It's basically working is what we're trying to say here. So that's good. But yeah, they've got to go through and still deal with this lava. Now, I've already placed down a whole ton of sand to get rid of the lava that was here. That takes a long time, much longer than I expected. But yeah, we're doing it. It's going all right. So I think they should dock. Yeah, they have done. Great. Okay, that's all good. So just going to get rid of this lava and then send this machine over maybe once or twice and try and get rid of some of these blocks on the side and try and get this trench as good as we can with a fly machine. And then we just got 3 more to do. Oh, geez. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, this might be the final pass. I'm not sure yet. But as you can see, this floor is looking really good. There's still some areas here that are not quite... Oh, here we go. Some diamonds. So this is an extra bonus that I've totally forgot about. A whole bunch of diamonds. And we've got so far, look at that, 21 stacks of diamond. 21 stacks, 21 blocks of diamond. So that's pretty good. But look at this floor. Look at this. This is brilliant. It's actually brilliant. So yeah, we've got some holes to fill in, but there's some lava bit exposed again. And look at all that sand over there. It's all going to get destroyed, but that took forever to place. That doesn't look like much, but that took literally, oh man, it took a long time. It took a long time. I'm not enjoying the placing of sand, I must admit, but this is looking pretty good. Look how flat this is. This is much better than I imagined. Brilliant. And these bombers are going to come back soon. They're going to hit the bumpers and come back, but this is looking really good. So hopefully this might be the last pass. Maybe I can deal with this lava quickly before they come back, and then yeah, then we have a fun look at this trench, and then we've got to start on the others. Oh man, we've got so much to do. This is looking very cool indeed. So this trench is now done. The fly machines are parked, and now we need to go this way and do the one next to it. And I've built up the next fly machines. So this is just more of the same, and the sun is setting. So let's fire these off. This trench is going to be a bit thinner. So we're only using 3 fly machines this time because the purpose of this trench is to make sure that any liquids don't get revealed as the world eater's running and you know, spill over into that area that's being dealt with by the world eater. So just got to yeah, do the same thing going this way. So I'm going to work through this same procedure of letting the fly machine go off, and then dealing with the liquids, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to let this just do one pass. I'll put the bumpers at the other end, so there they are. So once they hit that, it will come back again. I'm going to move it out of the way so I don't die. But yeah, let me. I'm going to flip that lever and then yeah, work on this, and then let you know if anything interesting happens along the way. This creeper is going to get it. He's going to get a taste of his own medicine. See you later, buddy. Goodbye. Yes. We need lava sponges. Desperately. Oh, I'm so bored of placing sand. So I'm getting rid of as much lava as possible. The bombers are coming along. Hopefully for the last pass, you can see there's a whole bunch of sand there that I've already placed to get rid of lava. Oh, but it's so time consuming. It's unbelievable. But this trench is looking good. Look at how flat the floor is. Looking pretty good. So yeah, just trying to get rid of as much lava as possible. Oh geez, I'm tired. I'm tired of placing sand. Yeah, so lava sponges. That's the new campaign we need to start because we need them. If we want to get rid of lava in big quantities like this, then yeah, we need a better way than just placing sand. So here we are. Here's the bombers coming back again. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. So this has taken much longer than expected. I was kind of hoping to have done all the trenches by now. So yeah, it's going to take longer. But yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to get the next 2 trenches done. And I think the best thing to do now is you see me do it on the thin side and the wider side right here. So I think let's run the music. Let's get the time lapse going and let's get these trenches finished. And so there we are. The trenches are now pretty much done. Just doing this last job now, which shouldn't be too bad. But look how flat these floors are. I am super impressed and pleasantly surprised, I must admit. I didn't quite think it'd be quite this good. But yeah, we've only got a few holes here and there to fill in. I've done a few already over there, but yeah, I need to just finish this off like we have. There's quite a big patch here. But yeah, once I've done that, the next thing to do is I want to make sure there's a good straight line across all the way around the edge or around the outside, so that's all prepared. So once the interior is all gone, then what we can do is fall in a hole. No, what we can do is place water all the way down two sides, and then it should cascade all the way over to the opposite corner, and then this entire area, this entire perimeter will be totally flooded, and so nothing can spawn, because down here at night it's a death trap. They spawn super quick, so you need to be careful. But yeah, let me finish this up. Let me finish up all of these holes and the edge as well, and then we'll fly around and have a good look at what we've done. There we have it. The floor is flat all the way around. That didn't take too long. There wasn't too many blocks to fill in. That was pretty straightforward. And I've also added the flush wall around the outside, ready for the water to come in. So this is a job well done. Pretty happy how this has turned out. In fact, well, very happy how this has turned out. I was expecting it to be, well, a disaster, to be honest, but it worked out all right. So the next thing is next week we're going to work on the World Eater to remove the interiors of this perimeter. Now that is a whole new challenge. I need to do a bit more research and measuring and stuff like that. I've made these trenches a bit bigger than they need to be, so hopefully we've got some lee room to get that World Eater in and get it to fit nicely. That's fingers crossed for that. But let's fly up here and have a look at the perimeter so far from the air. Let's see. I'm not sure how far I should go up. Maybe one more. There we go. And let's have a look around. Look at that. Look at the size of this thing. 17 by 17 chunks. 4.7 million blocks. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Oh man. So that is it. That is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, then please hit the like button. And if you're new, then feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, then get it in that comment section. All right, my geeks. Until next time, I will see you later.